Hi, this is Patrick from STH. Today we have a look around the Graphcore i2 PCIe processor card. Now, I was at Dell Tech World 2019 and sitting next to the DSS8440, which was filled with NVIDIA Tesla V100s, was this card sitting on a little cardboard box. There's nobody sitting around this card because I think people just don't know what it was, so I was actually standing at the booth telling people about why the Graphcore card is really cool. And then I said, hey, let me go pull out my cell phone, and I had a GoPro on me, so I said, let's take a little bit of video. So as you kind of look around, what you see is on the edge here, a whole bunch of connectors, and those connectors are actually used so that way you can put up to 8 of these cards together, and they have a high-speed interconnect between the cards. And I think this is actually taken in that DSS8440. So these connectors allow for very fast, low latency, high bandwidth communication from card to card. So as you look, you can see a PCIe Gen 4 connector, and you can also see a backplate that looks a lot like there are 2 chips, not just 1 chip that we typically see on a GPU. And that's true because on the C2 IPU processor PCIe card, along with those IPU links that we already looked at in the PCIe Gen 4 connector, there are actually 2 Graphcore COLOSSUS GC2 IPU processors on board. So the Graphcore IPU cards actually have those 2 chips, and each chip has 300 megabytes of onboard SRAM, which gives them about 45 terabytes of memory bandwidth per chip. In addition, they have 10 IPU links for 320 gigabytes per second of chip-to-chip bandwidth. Part of the magic of Graphcore solution is that by co-locating memory that has all the model data next to 1216 IPU cores, they get an extreme amount of bandwidth at a relatively low power cost compared to traditional GPU designs with HBM2 memory. So at the show, I had a GoPro Hero 7 in my bag, and even though it's not the best for low light situations being handheld like this, I said, okay, I don't think a lot of people have seen this card, so I'm just going to do another quick overview since everybody's looking at the GPUs and nobody's looking at this thing, but it's probably the coolest card that is actually on the floor, and something that I don't think a lot of our readers have seen before. You can see some of the massive cooling for these cards. You can see the IPU links again. The PCIe Gen 4 connector is for future processors like the Q3 AMD EPYC Rome and also next year's Intel Xeon Ice Lake series. Although Graphcore makes really cool hardware, a lot of their magic really is on the software side. And so anybody that has an AI startup that needs to go after what is really NVIDIA CUDA market right now, and NVIDIA's GPU market in the AI space, needs to have a good software foundation. So Graphcore, aside from having this pretty awesome hardware that not a lot of people have seen before, they also have been putting a huge amount of investment in getting a software stack that can compete. We think that makes a lot of sense since it is going to have to convert many NVIDIA CUDA users. Graphcore, although the company has a lot of buzz, we didn't see anybody really standing around looking at the Graphcore IPU at Dell Tech World. In fact, I was standing there telling people about the card while I was in the booth looking at the card and doing these videos. So hopefully this video helps others that couldn't be at the show learn a little bit more about what Graphcore is doing, at least on the hardware side. Thanks for watching. You can check out more from our awesome STH team on the STH main site. We have other videos on YouTube, and you can always subscribe to our channel and see whatever is coming out next.